Hello and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be looking at 10 Hailee Steinfeld movies you should watch. Now if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe with post notifications on so you don't miss any of our future videos. Number 10, Begin Again. This movie shows an encounter between a down-and-out music business executive and a young singer-songwriter that is new to Manhattan. Their encounter will turn into a promising collaboration between the two talents. When a down-on-his-luck record label executive comes across a talented but depressed singer-songwriter, he will try to help her reach bigger heights. Begin Again is also notable for having one of the best soundtracks in film. Number 9. Term Life. This movie follows a guy that is wanted around town by various hitmen that hopes to stay alive long enough for his life insurance policy to kick in and pay out for his estranged daughter. He is a professional criminal that is forced to go on the run with the daughter he never had a relationship with after one of his jobs goes bad. Now, among each other's company, the father-daughter duo has to survive and take down the people after them. For Hailee Steinfeld, this was a great collaboration between her and Vince Vaughn. Their on-screen collaboration proved to be a successful one, as after a while, the character of the father and the daughter become together the leads of the movie. Number 8. True Grit. This movie follows a stubborn teenager that enlists the help of a tough US Marshal to track down her father's murderer. Opinions about this movie were kind of divided, since a lot of people were still in love with the version that was given by John Wayne back in the day. In this movie, however, Hailee presented herself as a very talented actress, as Maddie was a very direct and to-the-point individual that wouldn't always take no for an answer and was all about getting the business done. The bad part was when she wasn't really geared for the wilds and wasn't much help in the storyline of the movie, but regardless, it is definitely worth a watch. Number 7. Pitch Perfect 2. After a humiliating command performance at the Kennedy Center, the Bart and Bellas enter an international competition that no American group has ever won, in order to regain their status and right to perform. You can imagine how tough it is to belong to a specialized group of singers when you're in high school, but in college it would be even more difficult since the standards go up and judging is done by your peers rather than teachers and music instructors. And since Hailee is an amazing singer, she fits this role perfectly. Her beautiful voice really made this movie a fan favorite. So if you like musicals, this 2015 movie Pitch Perfect 2 is definitely for you. Number 6. The Keeping Room. Left without men in dying days of the American Civil War, 3 women must fight to defend their home and themselves from 2 rogue soldiers who have broken off from the fast approaching Union Army. These 3 women have to fend for themselves when their house is repeatedly put under threat by outside forces. As things get worse, the women dig into their deepest survival instincts to stay alive. This might be Hailee Steinfeld's darkest venture in film yet, as The Keeping Room pulls no punches in showing how terrible things can become, although it remains an absolutely badass female-led story. Her role as Louise is the best example of the kind of range the actress can pull off, showing extremely dramatic and horrible decisions she has to make to survive. Number 5. 3 Days to Kill. This movie follows a dying CIA agent that is trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter. He is then offered an experimental drug that could save his life in exchange for one last assignment. So after he has lost the love of his family due to decades of working for the government with extreme dedication, he finds out he has a terminal cancer and makes last efforts to reconnect with his daughter that is played by Hailee Steinfeld. Even though her character is not the main lead of this movie, she is very important as she is the moral guide for the protagonist, showing that in the end of the day, family is the most important thing. Number 4. Barely Lethal. This movie follows a teenage special ops agent that fakes her own death and enrolls in a suburban high school. She quickly learns that surviving the treacherous waters of high school is more challenging than international espionage. Hailee Steinfeld acts as Agent 83, or Megan Walsh. She is a government agent that devises a way to escape this life by, as we said, faking her own disappearance and being adopted by a foster family as a kid named Megan. However, her past soon catches up to her. Even when she was still a teenager, Hailee Steinfeld proved she can carry an action film as the lead. Number 3. The Edge of 17. High school life gets even more unbearable for Nadine when her best friend Krista starts dating her older brother. This movie follows a period a lot of us can remember, as most of us know what it's like when you were 17 years old. Even if we were having a good time in school and were popular, there was always bound to be one or more issues that we had to deal with at times. This movie shows some tough and dramatic times in the life of a 17-year-old, but also it shows that it's a time for learning, having fun, and for discovery. As for Hailee Steinfeld, one of the reviews for the movie says this: Steinfeld's wonderfully nuanced, authentic portrayal of the delightfully opinionated, angst-ridden, and awkward Nadine turns this sometimes edgy high school comedy into a touching gem. Number 2. Bumblebee. On the run in the year 1987, Bumblebee finds refuge in a junkyard in a small California beach town. On the cusp of turning 18 and trying to find her place in the world, Charlie Watson, played by Hailee Steinfeld, discovers Bumblebee, battle-scarred and broken. Unaware of his status as a transformer, Charlie is pulled into the danger Bumblebee is in as special forces attempt to take them down. Hailee had a great role in the movie Bumblebee, and she definitely deserves praise for pulling it off so well. She showed beautifully a character that falls into a life of danger and adventure that ultimately makes her a stronger person. And now, number 1, Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse shows a bold story with a striking animation and a purely enjoyable adventure with heart, humor, and plenty of superhero action. In it, Hailee acts as Gwen Stacy, an alternate version of Spider-Man from another dimension, who suffered a lot through her superhero career. Even though it was voice acting, Hailee's talents weren't unnoticed, as the character of Gwen Stacy has become a fan favorite alongside Miles Morales' version of Spider-Man. Her different outfit, hairstyle, and a tough interior makes her character perfect alongside the Spider-Man version of Miles Morales. As for the movie, it received critical acclaim as one of the best Spider-Man movies, so we can definitely say it is worth a watch. Now, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel with post notifications on. We wish you a wonderful day, and until next time, bye bye.